Hello everyone, it is me. Yes, apologies for yesterday's video, or today's video. Yeah, it was a stressful day. Somebody came to my door, so I had to go and answer it. And the time when I came back to try and take it off of pause, it had already turned off. And I thought, oh well, it just have to be what it'll be. Now I'm doing these coasters. I've had to coat it. I went to craft group today, and yeah, some part of me wished I blimmin' hadn't. One older lady there went off on one. She was having a bad day, and everybody sort of got it, which was a bit whatever. But anyway, and I meant to take I took my tray, my thingy jig, and these coasters, and my paintbrushes to paint it, because these are the ones that I've had to go over with my my Diamond Dots very sticky glue. It is so sticky, it's the best thing. And so I wanted to do that, but of course when I got there I realised I'd set off without the bloody stuff. Took everything else, no good without the stuff. So I've just done it when I came back, and they're all very sticky. My hands are sticky. Oh dear. Oh, and I did an experiment this morning with one of these. I coated it, but I coated it in nail varnish. I had some clear nail varnish, so I thought, oh, if only I had some of the glitter nail varnish. But look, I've noticed that one's upside down, and there's another one up there upside down. So note to self, must properly look at it before. I think it's going to have another coat of nail varnish just to get over the bumps. But boy, did it stink. I've got resin. I will be doing the rest with resin, and I'm going to try that tomorrow, I think. So I'm going to hunt down my respirator, which is upstairs. Now it is UV resin, so I don't know whether that's just as bad for you know, your respiratories. But I've got my complete and utter, you know, respirator with those chunky side bits and filters in there, so I should be using that while I do it. And it's some UV resin, so I've got that, and I've got this, and I'm just trying to figure out how many minutes it needs to do it. UV glue needs to be with the mould. Must be kept away from sunlight and ultraviolet rays when used. Curing time is related to the size of the mould. Well, it's not going to have a mould. It's one of these things. That's what I've got. So I'm going to be yeah, so I've got to practice on one, so I've got to find one of the ones which is not, you know, I'm not overly happy with, and then I will sort that out. What's going on here? Oh, the hole isn't blocked up. I have to change over the nibs again. So I'm on the third one, and so of course this one is not the one that came with the kit. This is just one of the standard tips. So I think the hole is, it's big-ish, but it's not as big as the other ones. I think I should check it out really. I should find it and just see how big that hole was in the nib. F, where are you Fs? How many more Fs are there? J's. I think, oh no, that's not more F's now. Oh dear. Yeah, these are well sticky. And I've hunted out, I don't know where the rest of them are, but I've hunted out some of the backings for these. I've got to properly find the rest of them, because these ones I took out of a pack. I've got to photograph some of them and then get them up onto Facebook Marketplace and the other page, and then if anybody wants me to do some of them, do the ones which are whatnot, I will charge £10 for the set and for them to be done. And resined. I think that's probably okay. I wonder whether these will actually fit in that mould that I've got somewhere. That round mould, which is slightly little big, but it fitted when the mirrors were on there. I don't know whether these would do well as mirrors. Or just as coasters. Oh, I've got to take my sewing machine in next week. So I've got to hunt all the bits out for it. Threads and am I in the shot? Yes, just about. Yeah. Yeah, it won't be long before it's that first craft fair. I want to get some of these up. Got to get some of these sorted. F. F. Oh, there's a couple of F's. Are there any more F's? Yep, there are. Right, that'll do for now. Because these have all been stickied up more with that diamond dot stuff. It's they're all very sticky. Have I done all the F's? I think I have. Right, I have done the F's. I mean, I finished one. I'm supposed to say never give up. It's very hard to see, and I don't know why the writing's done in that when the rest of it is all in black. So what I might be tempted to do is at the end I might take those ones off on the writing and put them in black. I want an H. I want an H, because H's are lots of. There's an H. Wow, look at that pile there. Doesn't that look fancy? Oh, I need that. Yeah, I've got the other one that I wanted to use, the green one, but I've got drills in that, and yeah, it's used. It's set aside for some other things. Right, we're on H's now, aren't we? A lot of H's. Oh God, yeah, there are a lot of H's. Well, after the hoo-ha palaver of that gate shutting debacle, I'm going to have to go out later on just to see if the gate's been locked again, because we were told that they weren't going to be locked. One chair was apparently stolen. And you just sort of think, oh, okay. If they want to get in, they will find a way in. There's a wall, for goodness sakes, which is pretty low enough and anybody can climb over that. I think given, you know, I mean, I might be able to get over it. Well, if I had to get over it, should we say, if my life depended on it, I'd find a way over that wall. And yeah, I'd be in absolute agony. I probably wouldn't be able to walk after, but I'll find my way over it. You know, if it was, you know, if danger said you've got to get over that wall, then, you know, you'll find a way. But either way, you know. Still no reason to lock the gates and not allow anybody else to have a key. You know, who made you the keeper and grounds of Hogwarts? Thank you very much. As it is, it's going to be bloody awkward for some of us to flip in open, because the lock will be on the other side, which would then be very hard to get round. You know, to twist our hand round to unlock it with a key. Even if the key was in a safe. I'm sorry, but it's, you know, it just have to be. People need to, yeah, we should be able to have things in the garden, but at the same point, some people take over and, you know, and they just want more and more and more, expanding more and more. Yeah. But well, yeah, so when I went to get my scooter out to go to craft group earlier, I walked down the road a bit. Bloody agony, but I mean, it's no difference really than going through one of the gates, but going past Moaning Myrtle. I did not want to do that. As it was, when I got down there to my shed, I looked up the garden and there was the chap who lived in the house next to the shed, the strange one. He was up there talking to her, which is so funny considering, you know, it was she was so anti against him. And she's the one that's been telling and grassing up on people. Finding that one out was a bit of an eye-opener. Just things that other people had said clicked things into place, and the coincidences. And it was like, I just... yeah. It is strange. I don't know. Oh well. And breathe. God, there's a lot of bloody H's on this one. Hold on a minute. Thought so. That's the problem with once you put this flipping other stuff on, it's so sticky. I mean, if you can see the side of my finger, I've got glued bits of fluff onto my hand, and of course where I'm holding it, it's transferring some of the fluff, so I'm having to get it off as I go. But of course at the end I'll do a complete tweezer effect before I whatnot. I've got some varnish upstairs, so what I might do is I might varnish one, and then I will see how that goes. Then I would have nail varnished one, and then I'm going to do proper varnish on another sort of coaster, see how that stands out, and then I will do one of the epoxy, or the it's not the the other resin, the USB, I nearly wanted to call it, you know, the UVA or whatever it is, resin, UV resin. So I shall do that. I think what it is I'm putting off doing the UV resin because, oh dear, I'm a bit scared of it. I've done it before, and it's crazy how I'm feeling like this now. But when I did it before, I wasn't so scared of it or whatever. I hadn't, you know, because there's lots of things that, you know, you really got to be protected up for resin. And lots of people just do, even epoxy resin, you just do epoxy resin, boom, 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 no sweat, and they don't realise that actually they could be laying themselves open to all kinds of, you know, what's it called, breathing problems, respiration issues later on. I don't want to do that. So I've been putting it off. Well, I phoned up a podiatrist and managed to get another appointment, a follow-up appointment, which was good. So they can look at my toe again. I haven't done, she wanted me to put some fungal cream on it, but I haven't done that yet because I want the toenail to be sorted properly first before I do that, because I just don't like the thought of you know, a poorly toe and then putting something on. and then she comes in and attacks it and makes it open, and then putting, you know, having the fungal cream or whatever going over that. And the reason I've got fungal feet is because of the those what's it called, compression socks that I used to wear. What I should do is look up for some compression socks without the toes. That's what I need to do. So when it's payday, I think I will. Oh, I sold some more 4 coaster sets. So there's another 20 quid. Got that in my what did I do with that? I put that in my binder, and I had 40p change from something, so I put that in my penny a day thing. And the 20 quid I have put in credit cards, because that's going to need payments, and I thought, well, I'll build that up. I had to borrow some out of my Monzo business pot, which I'd already saved up some things for things. I needed 14 quid because my son needed to borrow that for electric. Not that it's going to get him very far, but well. And my granddaughter, yesterday, I saw her when I came out of craft group. See, I went round my son's to transfer the money over to him, and I what's it called? I saw my granddaughter then. She was in her PJs, and I said, "Oh, haven't you been at school?" And I said, "Oh no, she had her teeth." And I went, "Oh my God, yes," because she was having her teeth some of her teeth taken out in the hospital. Yes, on Wednesday. I think she had about 6 teeth had to come out. Terrible, hey? But she was fine. That was good. Which was good. Yeah. Now I don't need to look after Dom tomorrow. I don't need to pick him up from school, because they will be doing that, because the they would have been going over to Liverpool to because the I think it was his partner's family relation was sort of on his last legs, and well, they got the thing that he died yesterday, so they don't need to go now to that, not until it's time for the funeral, whenever that will be. So so I said, just let me know, you know, for the kids. And stuff. So yeah. Yeah, a good old chin wag with my son, which was very nice, and he was very pleasant. Which is good. I'm a little bit wary about giving him that, well, loaning him that 14 quid. He said he'd pay it me back tomorrow, and I said, just make sure you do, because that is the money that I got set aside for my O2. And O2 have got a bit vicious recently, you know, literally the day after your payment gets missed, they're saying they're going to cut you off. It's like, bloody hell. What happened to the, you know, week or two's grace? But yeah. So I've got to sort that out. I've got to go into my accounts later and write down all what I've spent, and put that in my expense tracker and income money. I've got to get some of these photos of these things up onto as I say, Marketplace. So there'll be 5 quid a set, or 10 quid done. And yeah, Don't know what happened. So yes, it's my H's, yes. Golly, I'm warm again. Oh, no good, folks, right? Oh, God. So I've got my CAT scan for my pulsatile tinnitus on, or possible pulsatile tinnitus on the 1st of April. And then on the 9th of April, I have the podiatrist. And I've got someone soon as well. They'll be putting me an appointment in for the occupational therapist to come round. And hopefully they'll be able to help me out. I've got to sort that kitchen. I want the fridge. Integrated fridge, I want that out. I want new cupboards. I need the sink put over where the washing machine is. I want the cupboards taken down from there, and I want to be able to put my dishwasher there as well, next to the sink, so it's round the corner. And I like to have my fridge in the corner. Yeah. I mean, these kitchens haven't been updated since the year I don't know what. And they're old. I also need new carpet. Alright, so I've got to get some of this stuff up to the unit. Actually, I might. Yeah, I could do. I could ask Nick and say he doesn't have to pay me back that 14 quid if he can just take some stuff up to the unit, up to me. Up to me, yeah, me office. Yeah, that's good. I could do that. But I'm going to have to sort out the stuff for the craft fair on the 29th, which is next Saturday, I think. Not this Saturday coming. I don't think, Saturday after. So I will I've seen one flipping Diamond Art Club painting that I'd really like to get, but I can't do it. I'll just have to wait for a restock because I think it's going to be popular and people are going to want it. And it's a Peggy Collins, and I like Peggy Collins. And it's the it's flowers, but it's quilted like flowers. But well, I've got enough flipping paintings. So I'll just wait until it gets restocked, whenever that is, and just start saving some money in a folder for it. Right, where are we now? Are we nearly done with the H's? Oh god, no. Just when I think I've finished, I realise I haven't. Oh, that's that one. Have I done H's on this one? Nope, there's no H's on that one. Is there any on this one? Oh god, yes, there's lots on this one. Should have looked at all the ones which didn't have many in, got them over and done with. Oh dear, I think some of this isn't doing it. I think I've missed some edges with the glue. It's definitely not sticking a lot better. Before they just sort of sat there on top, and then you slight movement and they just go oing, 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 oing. Have I got any water? Have I drunk it? Oh god, I've drunk it. I need to get some more. Oh, yes. So oh, friend at Craft Group made some glorious Anzac biscuits. I said I'd like to try them, and she made some, and oh my god, they were bliss. They were just how I remembered them. They're bendy, crisp on the outside and bendy. They weren't round because to do that you'd have to do just 6 on a baking tray. And yeah. They turned into a bit of a slab and she just cut them, but still gorgeous. Oh my god is all I can say. Absolutely lovely. Yeah. Can't believe it. Craft Group this old duck had really pissed a lot of people off. She was really angry and really in a mood. Just querying a couple of things, not even her, you know, by someone else, and just saying, you know, just need clarification for it, and you know, whatever. And I asked where that kicked off. You're having a go at well, you know, he doesn't kind of like needs to show the books. Where's the 3,000 or whatever it was that was sort of, could be there, but it's just crap bookkeeping, not very clear. So that's all they were querying. They weren't accusing, they were just wondering, you know, wanting explanations sort of thing. Anyway, and then of course I said, what happened to the bunting? Where's that gone? Because that's been on my mind recently for a lot, because I made a lot of that bunting, well, the pennants, and then the girls, they did some other bunting, and then they sort of just sewed it onto the header tape. But I did a lot of those bunting flags, and they weren't from bloody cheap fabric. It was quilter's cotton, quite expensive, and for them to be taken down, because apparently so the same chap who's having the who they're querying with, you know, whatever, he said that the fire person who came around to check said they had to be taken down. And now it's turned out that because the council, because it being a council building, had said no, it's it was fine, it didn't have to be. And figured out that it was just this person just didn't like it, didn't want it up. You know, another one who wants to dictate, and it was just. But I was querying where it had gone, saying I hope it hadn't been binned, because you know I did a lot of work on that, and then the girls did a lot of work putting them all together and stuff. So you know. And then somebody said, oh no, it's in the loft. And I said, well, just as long as it is, because otherwise I'd have it back. They're not going to bloody well, whatever. And anyway, then that was it. Then she'd have got at me for saying, well, go fuck himself, this person, you know, because it was like, well, apparently he didn't like the bunting up and he didn't want it up, so he made the excuse of saying the fireman said and the fire safety check that it had to come down. And it was like, well, in that instance everything bloody has to come down on the walls, because you can't have anything, you know. Might as well take the bloody wooden tables out as well, because that's wood and that can burn in a case of a fire. It's a non-smoking building, there's no fire. The only fire that would possibly ever make it through would be an electrical fire, and by that point I don't think the bunting is going to make a blind bit of bloody difference, you know, to an already on fire building. And it's not as if it's going to, you know, internally combust and create a fire of its own accord. So, you know, but, well, of course, because I had to go and said, well, if he bloody well does anything, then he can go fuck himself, you know, kind of thing. Because that's just not on. And yeah, I was angry a bit by that and frustrated mainly. And yeah, after what happened here with the person, I was just seeing as that, you know, keeper of the grounds of Hogwarts, you know, dictatorship going on everywhere, you know. And stuff, but I get on well with the guy, but he just sort of, it's just a few odd things that is just a bit of a, you know, you just it's not just me, it's loads of people have been querying things, and they're sort of saying need to know. But cool, blimey, I think she's taking on too much. The older lady who's snapping at everybody, and yeah, she's sort of standing up for her friends, but you know, but she's changed a lot since she's got very pally with them. She has changed one hell of a lot. More moody, more confrontational. Wants everything her own way. Says that she's never had a party when she has. You know, what we did last year for her first 75th, that was a big party, but no, that wasn't apparently a proper party. She's supposed to be having a party tonight, but half the people said they aren't going to go because of, you know, the way how she was earlier. Well, we shall see. No doubt she'll hear about it all later. Can't be handling all this shit. Makes me really not want to go, and but I'm not going to let. Oh, and then on top of it, the giraffe was there, and she wouldn't go. God, that woman. One who has been banned from group. She turned up this morning, she overstayed her welcome. Wouldn't take the hint. So it was definitely one of those bloody days, couple of days, I keep wondering whether it's a bloody full moon. Or whether what's going on in the world, you know, with all these earthquakes and, you know, polar shifts and the earth twisting on its axis, changing, you know, positions or poles or whatever, and lots of things going on. It's like, is this what's causing all this crap? You know, tides and the way the world is, and all this madness in the world. Trump, Ukraine, Russia, China, Arctic, Greenland, Gulf of America. Oh God. Bloody England and the benefits, you know, hoo-ha over here. Probably lots of things elsewhere. And you just sort of think, oh my God, what is going on? The world just seems to be spinning faster and faster. Days are going quick. I mean, look at us. We're coming up for the, you know, nearly the end of March to a certain extent. In a little, you know, a week or so's time. The world is going to hell in a handcart, as they used to say. Classic. Oh, yeah, with PIP and all that, and the benefit system they're shaking up, and you just sort of think, well, I mean, I'm on the benefits, and I'm just thinking, I can't do sod all about it. It's a foregone conclusion, whatever they've bloody decided. So, you know, we just have to cross that bridge when it comes to it and hope that we can weather the storm. But, you know, they're trying to get more disabled people back to work, which is all very well, but some people are, you know, pretty disabled and they can't do it. I mean, the majority, you know, they seem to think that people like being disabled and just want to be on benefits. Well, I'll tell you what, I would sooner be working fit and healthy, being able to go out to a nice job, you know, where I can go out, meet some people, even though I'm not very good at people, but that's mainly because I'm stuck in on my own all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like my own company, thankfully, but you know, it would be nice to, you know, go out and, you know, contribute to society type of thing. So I just do what I can do. I work when I can work, and then I spend a few days in bed, like yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday I spent all day in bed. I think Monday I spent all day in bed trying to recover. So sore. And that was just from doing the clothes washing, the laundry on one of those days. You know. It's horrendous. As if we really like being ill and being in pain. Yeah, really get our jollies off on that. At any rate, if the government wanted to get us back into the workplace, well, where are the jobs? Because I tell you what, the high street is getting less and less. More shops are closing. And, you know, other shops, especially when you get to a certain age as well, and if you're disabled, people don't want to hire. Because it's just, you know, they're not guaranteed that that person's going to be able to work all the time. That person could be, you know, then off sick. And they're stuck, you know, in a situation where they've got a sick person they have to pay SSP for and all the other things for, and still have to hire somebody else to do for that sick person. And that's why I work for myself, because it's the only way I can sort of work around my, you know, when I'm feeling shit. You know, I mean, yeah, I don't get a wage as such, because all my money, basically what money I do get, just goes back to pay the bills for my business. So, you know, which sort of defeats the object of having a working for yourself. But at the same point, you know, it is what it is. So I know that I've got a couple of bloody craft fairs coming up, one on the 29th and one on the 19th. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to prepare for those. And I know a few days afterwards, oh, I will be. I asked my son whether he fancied going into Leeds one day. Could he take me, and I'll pay for petrol? And he says, oh, I've got to find places to park, and he doesn't like Leeds. He says, oh, I don't like Leeds much. Yeah, and I understand him, because Leeds is shit. It's really bad. They don't have they have a thing called a loop road, where you, once you're on it, shall we say, you can't get off it. You just go round the loop. I went round it about 7 times one time, and in the end I just had to close my eyes in effect and just cross some lanes just to get on the opposite side. And I says, I don't know where this road's going to take us, and but we'll just have to cross that bridge when we come. As long as, if we can get outside of Leeds, it doesn't matter which side we're on. I don't care. We'll find our way back. Because then it had the loop road, and then it had a ring road. But when you're going round it, and you've gone around the loop road a couple of times, let alone 7, you're sort of a little bit you know, you're trying to see these signs as they come up. And when you're at the traffic lights near the big roundabout, you're sat there and you're looking and looking. Of course, you can only see so far. You can't see the other side of the roundabout as to which road you need to be in. And you can hazard a guess to which road you need to be on, but getting to that road, you know, to that one, is no amount of indication. Nobody wants to let you in, and that's why you have to sometimes just close your eyes and just do it and hope that people get out of your way. And you sort of do that, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, and stuff. But you know, it's horrible, and I don't want to do it. Luckily I don't. But I said to Nick, I said, he says, we've got to find somewhere to park, and it's expensive parking there. And I said, no it isn't. I says, I've got a whatnot, a blue badge. We can park on the side of the road, you know, anywhere near enough, outside the shop. And he went, no you can't. I said, yes you can, it's a blue badge, you've got up to 3 hours. I'll have to look at the thing about the double yellow line ones, but I think you can. And so he sort of went, oh. So I said, yeah, come the 4th when my PIP comes in, I says, that's when I won't mind going, because then I can pay for it. So I've got to get this new port on my iPad. My iPad's upstairs. I didn't undo it to bring it down here, because ever since the man had to look at it and jolted it around a bit, it's got even more temperamental. It took me ages to try and get a place for the charge, you know, to find it so it could actually, you know, the thing would charge. So I've left it upstairs because I found the right spot for the charging. And I'm not touching it, it's staying up there until I can get round to taking it in. No H's on that one. Oh, I've seen an H that I've missed. Oh, get off. Have I got any more H's that I missed? What are we on? 48. This one. Are there any H's on this one? I can see. Any H's on this one? Yes. Oh yeah, look at all these. It was nice, that fan is just right. Sunny day it was today. Oh my god, it was nice. Yeah. I've got to sort this house out. Get things listed, and that's what I've got to do. Actually, I might do that now. I might go and get photos done and yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Get photos done of them, and I think tomorrow I'm going to resin and varnish, because hopefully I can have the door open and get one of my little tables out there. Get some plastic down on it, and my little fold-up table, and then use that for the varnish, and just hope no flying bits sort of fly on and attach. Yeah. Well, I don't know how much I like it. I keep thinking maybe I should just bloody well see if I can get a council bungalow. But I don't really want to. Because I know where I am, you know. Why would anybody go into the garden and steal one chair? I mean, why? Why? Oh. I don't know. Well, there's quite a lot of H's on this one. Keep thinking back to when my friend told me that my ex had unalived himself, and I had a phone call. Can't remember when, a week or two beforehand, but nobody spoke. And I'm wondering whether that was him. She had spoken if it was him. Oh, I'm thinking about that now. Well, I hope he's happier now. You know, if you can be, if you are on the other side. H. I think it's because I'm doing H's, and that was his nickname. H. That's what it is. Oh dear. The world is beautiful, and the world is also very dark. Walking through it is because any moment anything can happen. You know, if I think about my life and growing up, all the amount of things that could have happened, that could have taken my life. Like the drowning when I was 7, various other things before then, and you know, I had whooping cough and drowning, and then yeah, all the risks I took while hitching places, finding myself in some very dodgy situations, and I've managed to escape it all. And yet, you know, somebody does the same things, it takes them. Sort of very hit and miss, isn't it? Yeah. When it is your time, it is your time, whichever way that may be it by your own hand or by the hand of fate. Either way, world is lovely, and shit happens. And boy, does it happen. If I've missed some H's, well, I'll come back to it. I'm certainly not going to be able to finish these tonight because, well, I'm nearly on an hour. So let's do J's now. Quite a lot of J's. I want a cup of tea, but that will have to wait. Oh. Don't you start again. That's what it was. I mean, when I was painting this this, what's it called, the diamond dot stuff on, the glue on, it was just gliding across, like when I was pushing my finger across. And yet when I put my hand down it would stick, but when I was doing that it was just smooth. You didn't feel any stick. See See, I'd quite like to have these flat and the words, you know, the be happy in bling. See, these ones I'm thinking of making them into coasters, but then glue dotting them onto a card, so they become a card for somebody and a present in one. I said to my son, if he waits to the 14th, he wants to get a website and he wants to do affiliate. He's doing an online course at the minute, courtesy of the Job Centre, I think it is, on affiliate marketing, Amazon associates and things like that. I said, oh well, if he needs any help with Amazon, I said I've got an associate account, and at one point I used to put my own on my website. I had to have a website before they accepted you, and then I put this section, and I did gift cards section on there, and then basically whenever I needed to get a present I would buy it from that, so I'd be giving myself an affiliate thing, and they allowed it, so which is very strange. So I told my son I'll help him out, I'll pay for his domain name, but he has to pay after that, you know, so that's a year, £12.99 I think it is. So he just has to come up with a, you know, website, a domain name, and preferably a .co.uk. Don't do a .com because that's more expensive. And at one point I used to think .com was mainly for America. I think it is predominantly American, they do the .com. We have obviously .co.uk. Yeah. So I said I didn't mind helping him that way. Trying to encourage him. I said, I'm so proud of him. I told him that today. And I said, you've come so far with everything. You just got to keep going and always look for the best in things, because then you can see the when you do, you can see the opportunities a lot quicker than if you see the negative. I'm proud of him for what he's already achieved in his life and everything. So hopefully that's gone in and sat with him, giving him a boost. Both my children I'm very proud of. Yeah. Against all odds. I mean, with me as a role model, and I, you know, me in relationships don't do well and everything else like that, and it's like you always want your kids to settle down. Not necessarily, they don't have to marry, but they just settle down with somebody, you know, they love and loves them. You know, and both my kids have, and that It's amazing. You know, I'm not saying they don't have their ups and downs, because they have had, but you know, they've got through it. And I've got 3 wonderful grandchildren and a grand dog. And a son-in-law and a kind of daughter-in-law. I don't think they're married. They're not married. I'll just finish these J's off on this one, and then I will call it a night. I need to go and rest. It's been a long day, and I need to get a cup of tea and go and have a lie down, because I didn't sleep much last night anyway. I slept to about, I think, 4 o'clock, 4:30. I finally fell asleep, but then woke up. I had a funny turn halfway in the night. That was really weird. Yeah. Right, I think that is all the J's. Right, I shall leave that with that. And I'm going to slide the lid on if I can find it. She says. There it is. So nothing can knock it. Some weird noises in this house. It's like we've got ghosts. Right, so on the note, I'm now going to love you and leave you, and yeah. The thought of today is believe in yourself. Oh, and be happy. So, tatty bye everyone. Love you all. Bye.